Hey everybody, I've given myself a big challenge today to respond to a couple of questions that I got about using n8n. It's not the first time that I've got a question about setting up n8n in its own environment somewhere, like AWS for example, and being able to use that. So that's one challenge. The second challenge is that I experienced a while ago was if you want to set up n8n somewhere else, like in AWS for example, and you start really building in your AWS deployment, then you're going to want to test that sometimes with the local version, sometimes with the production version. So how do you get your local Noodle to receive calls from outside? Now this might be a bit redundant for what we're doing because like what I said in the other video about n8n, the best thing you can do is to install a local n8n to work with the local version of Noodle. Because that'll work perfectly with no issues, just with localhost addresses. And when you've deployed, then export the n8n local version of your workflow to the server version on AWS or wherever, and then use that with the live version. So you have like a production version in AWS, and you have a dev version, a staging environment in your local machine that you can use. So, it's not to say this is it's definitely not the right way to do it, but I've had cases where I have set up an n8n externally and I needed to test it with something internal and didn't have the n8n internally. And so it's just an interesting challenge to be able to do that, to work with an external n8n. Say, for example, you're working with the n8n not self-hosted version, like the paid cloud-hosted version. And then you would need to do this to test something locally. But even then, you should really be using your local version to build and testing it locally. But maybe you're working with the team and you really need the team version of n8n. So it could come up. And since it could come up and it's a challenging thing, I thought I should share what the great Eric Tuvison showed me, which is this funky tool called ngrok, which is like a tunneling tool for Windows, Linux, Mac, everything. And it's a good opportunity to have a look at how to set up an EC2 server on AWS, which is again a question I get asked sometimes for advice on. So we'll do an EC2 server, we'll set up n8n, and then we're going to have one final challenge because I said to myself I should set up a test project for this one, not just some nonsense, but something I really want. So in my training app, in the experiment page, what I want to do is click this button. I want that button to go to n8n to retrieve a cat GIF, and I want that cat GIF to be displayed here in this image without me actually having to do anything. So without me having to refresh the page or something like that, I want to click a button and get that live data in here in front of me. So yeah, okay, I could just make an HTTP call to a cat GIF server from here, but I said to myself, this cat GIF has to come from n8n for some reason. It's just the way my project works. I have to get the cat GIF in the server side, and then I want it returned to the front end to be displayed here in this image. So the final objective is to click this button, make a call to n8n, that's going to call the cat GIF server, that's going to do an MQTT message to the subject that I'm going to subscribe myself to, and that subject will receive the event and the data and will implant the cat GIF here. So we'll get a receive message, sorry, not event, I better not make that mistake again. This is what we call cat GIF 101. The payload is going to be the URL. So when it receives the URL, it's going to go in here, and then we're going to see our beautiful cat GIF. We're going to send, no, we're not going to send the message from here. We're going to send a message from n8n. We're going to do a call. So I just want a function that's going to call an n8n endpoint with no data. No body, I should have said, not data, but you know what I mean. No form data, nothing inside the call, just a call. So it's just going to make me a nice standard endpoint thing, input endpoint. So yeah, I can do a little string to make the endpoint. Why not? And we'll stick our endpoint in there. Yeah, so method get fetch endpoint, easy peasy, no data, all good. So that's going to run that. Oh no, that test button is going to be to run that. And this is get that cat gif. Okay, so invalid endpoint because we don't have an endpoint yet. So that's ready, I think. Now we're going to go in here, and so we need to set up our n8n first. Let's do that first. So we're going to set up an EC2 server. So we're going to go launch instance. We're going to call it n8n tests tutorial. We're going to use regular old Ubuntu because I don't actually know anything. I don't know what the difference is between that and Amazon Linux, but it seems a bit weird. Amazon Linux, it's a bit scary. We can just use the really super basic one. What is that one? 64-bit with what's the CPU? What am I looking at? I can't remember. Oh, that's the type of server. Sorry, never mind. Yeah, so that's what we want. Architecture, don't care. Ah, there we go. Sorry, instance type. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, 1 CPU, 1 gig of memory. It's free tier eligible. You get 750 hours of T2 micro per month. No, per year. Sorry. So it's 1 month's worth. 750 hours. Something like 1 month's worth of this tier for free. So you can just really play around with that for the first year. I think once it becomes paid, it's like $10 a month or something like that. Something like that. Key pair login. We definitely need this. So we're going to make a key pair called n8n tutorial. And it's going to be an RSA key.pem. Yes, all good. We just need that file to be able to connect. So it's just downloaded that. I'm going to move it to my, leave it in downloads, it's fine, whatever. We're not going to use it for very long. You would move it to somewhere safe, move it to a folder in like a secure place that's backed up called SSH keys or something like that. And that would be nice and secure. So security, yeah, we're going to create a security group. No, we're going to select an existing one actually, because no, we're going to create one because you don't know how to do that. We're going to create one. We allow SSH traffic from anywhere. You could specify that this is your IP if your IP is fixed. So you want to check that with your internet service provider. Is my IP fixed or not? Or does my IP sometimes change? Because one day you'll just get blocked. But let's just say anywhere for now because we have the PEM file, so it should be secure. Yeah, we're going to create a web server and HTTP traffic, so we'll open that up. We're probably going to need to open up more ports, but just leave that for now. Let port 80 and port 8080 be open. 1 8 gig storage is fine. We don't need anything else for that, and that should be fine. So 1 instance, let's launch it. The most important thing is that you don't forget to shut it down afterwards. Sometimes I create these instances for tutorials and I accidentally leave them running. And then, you're using up the hours that you have for free, so you don't want to do that. Okay, so that's good. Let's get our warp set up, or if you're using terminal or MS-DOS, then get it ready for what you're about to do. So we're going to go into users, Richard Osborne, downloads, and we have our key is called n8n tutorial.pem. So we're going to do, what was it we have to do for a PEM? I forget. I just type in the key, I think, SSH and then the key. Anyway, all right, so it's running. We'll go to instance ID. We've got our public IPv4, which we're going to need to connect to it. So we take that. SSH is enabled in security, so we should already be able to get into that server. So let's try that. So it's going to be SSHI n8n tutorial.pem. Oh yeah, the basic username for Ubuntu I think is Ubuntu when Amazon sets it up. That I think that's it. So yeah, do we want to accept this key? Yes, we do. And it doesn't want to let me in because permissions are too open. It's required that your private keys are not accessible by others. This private key will be ignored. How do I? Is it because it's in my downloads? No. Can't be. So we're just gonna give this over to our friendly ChatGPT. Any errors you get, just give them to ChatGPT. Even if I was talking about something completely different, it often will just give me the right answer. Could have been talking about what pizza I should eat tonight. Yep. Come on. Yep. Open the terminal. No. Okay. Whatever. There we go. So got that changed to change the permissions to 600. I don't understand how this Unix stuff works, but it worked. So ChatGPT solved the problem in 2 seconds, and then, well, 2 seconds, very quickly. And now I'm in my Ubuntu server. So I'm great, feeling good. So we're going to start following the guide now on how to set up n8n and MQTT. I don't know if the MQTT thing's going to work. If it doesn't, we're going to put in a refresh button. We're not going to break our heads over it. But it would be cool if it worked. There we go. So apt-get update. So we just always update your server at the beginning. It takes a minute. It's worth it. Sudo apt-get npm. Do we not have it? No, that's not right. No, sudo. I can't remember what it is. Apt-get install. Oh, it's up here somewhere. I'm terrible with all this Linux stuff. I would be nowhere without ChatGPT. There it is. Sudo apt-get install npm. It's going to install Node and npm and everything I need to do n8n and MQTT and all the other things that I need. So it told me, I was thinking about Mosquito, but I thought that's going to be too long. So I'm just going to use Shifter because it'll set me up a super quick and easy MQTT server just to show you the example. And I actually don't know if it's going to work. So this is going to be the fun part, finding out if it actually works and we can actually do this or not. Oh wow, it's installing a lot of stuff. In the meantime, so we did that, that was okay, and we're gonna need, no, we don't need anything actually. We just need a Shifter instance. Let's get our Shifter set up. So Shifter is if you watch the other video, it's a really quick and easy MQTT server for free. So helps us to test stuff. So if you didn't see the other one, then I'll update it. I'll do it for you just from scratch. So let's make River Roach 688, or we'll call it n8n tutorial. Billing, there's no billing. I can take that away, that's fine. Deploy, it's free, who cares? n8n tutorial is there. Yes. Whatever the default is probably fine. Okay, great. Sudo npm install MQTT. Oh crap, that didn't install it globally. Oops. Unsupported engine, current node. Oh, what's our node version? No, 12.2. No, I don't want that. What's that command for upgrading node? What is it? Can you please help me make my node version in Linux version 20? It's probably super easy. NPM, yes, I know. I just don't know the command off by heart. I should write this stuff down. But then I like talking to ChatGPT, so why would I take away that pleasure? So I think NPM is automatically installed when npm is installed. NPM install 20. so I do need MVM, sorry. Whoops. After running the install script, you may need to close and reopen your terminal, or you can load MVM in your current session using, okay. And then we do, still not found. Okay, maybe we have to log out and log in again, like it said. Permission denied, I beg your pardon. Oh, because I'm not running the right one. Oh, my Amazon one disappeared. Well, that's not very nice. The whole point of Warp is that it saves things. Oh well, that's fine. We're not going to complain. Everything is great. CD. Probably because I'm in the wrong folder. Duh. Yep, that would have to be in the right folder. There's me criticizing technology when it's me that's the problem. And so we're going to do that one. No, MVM not found. Come on, ChatGPT, help me. Oh, just shouldn't have run it with sudo. My bad. Nice. Okay, and now we're going to do the other one, which was MQTT, but we're going to do install G is global, I think. Good, nice global install. Yeah, okay, whatever. Good, so that's MQTT ready to go. What's next? So shifter, we have something running, which is here. And we can sign in with our shifter account. It's a weird way that it does it. It sets you up an instance and then you have to sign in from your shifter account to that instance. It's just security, I guess. So there we go. We have our MQTT details that we're going to get from the tokens. So we're going to do n8n tutorial token. And so the secret is that full access. Okay, so we have our MQTT address here. Perfect. So we'll save that somewhere nice and safe. Oops. Just keep that there. Or like, do we have like a notepad? Do we have a notepad? Online notepad. Sounds good. OnlineNotepad.org. Right, what's next? n8n. So we have to install n8n, n8n, install G. Yeah. Probably sudo, I guess. Sudo u, sudo. This one takes quite a while, I think, so we'll come back to that in a minute. Yeah. In the meantime, so we had started our MQTT server. Oh yeah, we could set up ngrok. So when we want, so if you're doing this in your live app, you wouldn't have a problem. You would just get whatever the backend address of your live app is. But remember that my one, hold on a second. Why am I talking about ngrok? I actually don't need it because I'm not calling an endpoint in the local server. I'm going to connect from this front end to the MQTT, and that MQTT is going to send a message here. I actually don't need to send something in. Anyway, while Node is ticking away there, I could just tell you about ngrok. It's fun. So you know, in the other tutorials I showed you how to connect into the backend of Noodle using localhost 5677 or whatever it was, /function / the name of the function. So in that tutorial we saw me doing a test to this receive response endpoint. Do I have an example of that somewhere? Maybe in Postman. Remember the fight that I had with Postman in the other video? Things will go much smoother today. I just have a feeling about it. Yeah, 8577, localhost 8577. So the port, no matter what, is 8577. If it's deployed, you probably won't need it. It'll probably just have its own address, where the port is sort of redirected in the server to that port. But so /function / whatever the name of your function is, So here it's called receive response. And then I did a function that parsed that response out, got the parameters that I sent in the body, and then used that to validate the API key and then say that everything was fine. So that could have worked to receive a response, for example, and then make a data update, something like that. Like if you have a database that is generating live data for the user, is like the user has a WebSocket into the database, then maybe here you would write the cat GIF to the cat GIF topic that this person has in the data and is subscribed to in the database, and then that would update their cat GIF on the front end. But we're actually taking an easier approach here, where we're using MQTTs, making things easier for us, because as long as we have that person subscribed, we have an open WebSocket, not to one particular class in the database or one particular thing. We can have them subscribe to a topic where we know which one we should be sending messages to in terms of we can specify what the name of the topic is, have that person subscribe to it, and then send anything we want to that topic. So if it's a cat GIF topic, later on down the line, we generate a puppy GIF, then that puppy GIF can also go down the same channel. It's from another place in the app. Like as long as you have the channel name, you can send any information down there that you want. So that's really the example, the advantage of MQTT, this whole receive message thing. And there could be whatever you want in the payload, as many things as you want. So it's just like, it's like having an API call, but on tap. It's just going to come in whenever you need it to. And that is the closest you'll get to having live data in Noodle. If you were using your local machine and you're doing a call not from your local host, but from outside, like from n8n cloud, for example, for whatever reason, just you really don't like self-hosting, and so you really want to use the cloud version, or you have a team and you need the team version, then this ngrok thing creates something called a tunnel, something like a tunnel, and you install it on your computer. ngrok gives you a token. You make a call to that token, and it sets up a connection between your local machine and ngrok, and then ngrok gives you a tunnel agent, and it'll be like that, you'll have an address and whatever, and it'll tell you how to connect to it. And then if you connect from outside, like n8n cloud, for example, connect to ngrok, ngrok will funnel the data down through whatever the connection is, will funnel it down through into your computer. Because your computer has a secure connection with ngrok, it means you're not opening a port in your router specifically to let traffic come in through that port directly into your computer, which would be pretty unsafe. And I think in Noodle it's not possible, and that's why Eric Tuvison put me onto this tool, because it's not actually possible to make a direct connection into that port in your local machine, in your local home network. Whereas ngrok actually lets you for free create a connection in between an outside service and ngrok, and then ngrok will connect securely to your machine. And if anything was happening, anything dangerous was going on, you would just shut down the agent and nobody would be able to connect to your machine anymore. So a nice service, but I think we're not going to need it today, he said, hoping. So hopefully. So let's do pm2 sudo pm2 start n8n. Oh yeah, oops. Sudo get pm2. Nope. Sudo, no, yeah, npm install pm2 globally. That's a lot of unsupported packages. It still says I'm on node 12.22. NVM version? No. Okay. 10.2.4. Node version. Huh? 20 it says, so whatever. Whatever, you're wrong, I think. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's probably gonna give us all sorts of warnings now when we try to start up n8n, isn't it? Let's just see what happens. Come on. Come on. I've maybe better to start it without PM2 the first time just to make sure it actually works. So you can see here what's happening is what didn't happen last time, which is it's actually setting up the database, preparing for admin entry, Whereas the first time I set it up, I had already set it up before on my machine and deleted it. It had saved the admin login details. And so when I was trying to get in, it was telling me, oh, you should have a username and password already. And I didn't. So it's saying it's on localhost 5678. Obviously, that's not the case because it is actually in the localhost here at IP address 5, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we can use this public DNS address, I think. And then we do .5678. It's probably going to tell me I don't have access to it because I didn't open the port in EC2. So the security group that I signed us up to, this one, it has SSH, so 22, 80, and 443. We do not have port 5678 open. So 5678 is right. We're going to edit these rules. We're going to add custom TCP 5678. It's going to go from any IP. And that is all, I think. Okie dokie. 5678. We might have to restart the server. Not entirely sure. Inbound security groups modified on security group DDD. Okay. So it's got custom TCP 5678 from anywhere. That's right, I think. EC2 instance is running. Here's our instance. It's still running. It's got the security group. It has 5678 open, and it is open right in front of my eyes. So this is the admin screen that we're supposed to get the first time you sign up. It's really important to keep your username and password safe because otherwise you have to reinstall the whole damn thing. Keep exporting your n8ns all the time, just in case. Never keep your n8n stored inside the instance of n8n. As soon as you're done with an n8n, you save it, you export it. Keep it on your computer somewhere, and then because the disappointments that I have had for this, I'm telling you. Okay, who cares about this? Right, so we're ready to set up our first workflow called CatGIF. Nice. We're going to need a webhook. We have a test URL. It's fabulous. And obviously this localhost needs to be replaced by the DNS address that's here. So we're going to do that. This, it's HTTP. It's important to note. So HTTP, is that going to go in there? Yes, HTTP blah, 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 5678. And then this bit on the end is what we need. Webhook test, etc., etc. Nice. And now we call the CatGIF endpoint. We'll launch a test here, and we're going to give it a topic name. So topic name was CatGIF 101. So this would be if you were, if you've got your user in here and maybe you're using their unique ID, their object ID as the topic, or you're using the whatever CatGIF group they're currently a member of as the topic. So you can actually just have that dynamically set by the string or by the user data or whatever it is you're using as data. So let's do that test call. The output is nothing, probably because it was not received, because it wasn't listening. So, and test it. Nothing. Get request, that's why. Maybe. Yes, no, it's not. So it made a request to endpoint. Yeah. So I said we don't want data, but actually we do want data. Let's please add the data topic inputs topic. Sure, I could probably look it up pretty quickly and do it myself, but that's what the AI is there for, helping me to learn. The more I see it, the more it becomes automatic. I promise. So there we go. Body topic is topic, and topic is inputs topic. And so gravy, that means we can add this as the topic. And now, still listening. Doesn't like it, invalid endpoint. No, because it's still the same. No, topic, okay. Inputs. Come here, you. Oh, there's no. Oh, okay, just refresh the page. Genius. No, still nothing. That's funny. What am I doing wrong? EC2 blah 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 blah. Where's the rest of the endpoint? Oh no, it's there. Yeah, sorry. So EC2 d 5678 slash webhook test slash and so that should work. Why is it not giving me an answer? Get that cat gif. HTTP. Have we got, yeah, HTTP, that's right. So it's just an error. Output error. Lovely. Wait, fetch endpoint method get. So it should be working. It should be working. Right, let's sort of take this, put it in here, and then we're going to change localhost to the, let's try the IP address. Oh yeah, I'm lost. Okay. Refresh and pin and get it. Nope. So it's sending to the endpoint. Nothing is being received. If I do, let's do a test from Postman to see that we're not going crazy. That was me saying nothing's going to go wrong. I cursed it. I cursed it. Yeah, so that works. Workflow started. So it's just something wrong with our code. Or it's not, the endpoint's not going out from the local host for some reason. Don't know why. Topic. Can't give one. Let's just get it to rewrite it maybe. Make an HTTP request to dip with body data topic equal to an input topic. So topic. And it's just doing it this time straight to the endpoint. We want to make it get requests. Content type's okay. That it all looks the same actually, so probably it wasn't the function's fault. But you never know when something might just get stuck for whatever reason. So let's do another test call. Still not working. Still throwing an error. Why are you throwing an error? What is wrong with you? Just do the call, man. Take off the topic. Just try to do a basic call. No, it's going to want the topic. Oops. Oh, sorry. Should comment that out. No, that's not the topic, it's the problem. Oh, sorry. Comment that out as well, maybe. Test that cat gif. Oh, it worked. No, it didn't work. Did it work? It did work. Sorry, so it was the topic thing that's wrong. Oh, okay. So it's not accepting the body. Maybe because I need to add that there's a raw body. No, I don't need to add that. Do I? No, query. So it's the topic that's wrong. Body, JSON stringify topic is wrong. Is not good. We're gonna ask ChatGPT about that one. Come on, we can do this. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna ask ChatGPT about this one. n8n is returning an error when I call the end my workflow webhook endpoint with this code. It works when the topic body, when the body part is commented out. Tell us why. Of course. You're making a get with a body. So why don't we just change that? Eh? Let's let it make a post, because actually we're posting, we're not getting. That's very simple. I mean, we're trying to get the cat GIF, but actually in the end, we're not really. We're posting data and then letting n8n do another post itself. So we're actually not receiving anything from the endpoint. We're posting and asking it to do some work for us. So that would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Post. There it is. Topic cat GIF 101. That was just, you know, it's just, I make these stupidly simple mistakes that you could tear your hair out over. I would have last year, the year before last, torn my hair out over for like half an hour looking for the answer, and ChatGPT solves it in 10 seconds. So I love it. It's not an ad for ChatGPT. I'm just trying to explain my process. I know a bit where I came from as well. I'm a no coder at the origin. So, you know, this all was new to me until ChatGPT was able to lighten the way and light the way and show me how to do all this stuff. So that's great. We've got our topic, and now what we want to do is make an HTTP request. And I want to, can you please, pretty please, give me a free endpoint to retrieve a cat GIF. Just one cat GIF, please. That's all I need. The cat API, that's my favorite one. Yep, come on. Give me the endpoint. Give me the endpoint. Good. With a little query and everything to make sure it's GIFs. Thank you. Ta-dam. Cat GIF. Now we're going to get into the code of it all. So we need to run once for all items. Or each item, maybe. And then we're going to need the code that GPT gave me earlier, which is way up here somewhere. Down here, maybe, for the shifter. There was this one for shifter. MQTT broker, no, it was mosquito. This is shifter. Here we go, example code adapted for shifter. So this is why we needed to install MQTT on the EC2 server, was because in n8n you can ask it to include local npm libraries, or whatever they're called, packages, and then use that code in the code node. So we're going to use shifter host, username, password, shifter topic. In fact, I think probably we can just use the shifter address that we were given. Shifter host. Oh no, okay, they want us to really use username and password. And then there's a promise that's made. So we make a connection, we send a message. If the message is received back, then we resolve the promise and say that that's good. We sent the message, and then it breaks the connection. Yeah, it ends the connection. Perfect. So let's take that code, put it in here. And then we're going to send with that. So shifter topic is, oh, we didn't send the topic. Oops. No, we did. Here's the topic. So the topic is going to go here. Shifter topic is this. How do we input that again? You forget. That's why you not let me do it? Why? List for special vars methods. That's gonna annoy my head. There's a way of getting them in there. What is it? It's like with double curly brackets, and then it's like webhook step 1 or something. Oh, hold on. Let's see if we can do another code node, and maybe we can try to coax it out. There's input all, JSON field 1, and this one. I thought there was a drag and drop thing. Docs. I put other nodes. Here we go. Node name first. Yes. Subject continue the query available on code node. So node name all branch index. That's complicated. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Delete node. Oh, did you look at that? They actually have right click. They never had right click in here before. Oh, I'm excited. You used to have to go up here to click add node or notes. Now you can do it in here. Nice. So we just need anything, if whatever, doesn't matter. And we're going to attach that to here, and then we'll say if, and I want to take this. So what is the name of this? Nope. Oh yeah, there we go. That was it. Where'd it go? Yeah, webhook item. That's it. Webhook item JSON body topic. That's what I need. So there we go. Name of the step, which is webhook.item.json. So the JSON from the item, which you can see here. JSON body topic. So .body.topic. It says that there's a syntax error. Why? I don't believe so. How do I? Okay. This n8n code is throwing a syntax error for the webhook step reference. Possibly because I said to run once for each item. Maybe I have to say run once for all items. No, still the same. That's likely, yeah. That means you don't know, and that means you're going to take a guess. Let's double check the notes again. So node name, branch index, run index, don't need that. Node name dot item. That looks right though. That's JavaScript, yes. It's, oh, no. So it's not the double curly brackets, silly me. It's just like this. Just take away the double curly brackets. It's not, what do they call that? It's not substituting the double, what's inside the double curly brackets for something like it's not identifying that as a bit of code. It's actually, that is how the syntax of n8n works. I'm really bad at n8n, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know very much about it at all. I'm still pretty much a newbie in it, but you know, I'm having fun. So I hope you're having fun too. And I solved it without without ChatGPT. You know, that's something. Alrighty then. So it's n8n tutorial is the name. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, what error? Go away. Yeah, that's it's here already. n8n tutorial is the name here. So that's the username. The password is this. I don't mind that you see it because it's going to get shut down in an hour or so anyway, so whatever. And the address is this. No, oops. Where am I? MQTT dot / this. It just says MQTT, so I'm not sure if it needs MQTTS. Require MQTT, and the webhook and whatever, and connect and send the message. Hello MQTT. So we actually want to send a message, and the message is, I'm not messing with anything, am I? No. This message equals, so it's pounds, what do you call it, $. Oh, and look, it even gives me the different names. That's nice. Cool. So it's the HTTP requests dot item dot, it tells me what I need. Isn't that lovely? JSON. I love these little filler in things. It even tells me the blinking and the body data that I got for, oh, I love n8n. I really like it. And so then we're going to put down here, shifter topic message. Because we have defined it up here, we can ask for it here. Nice. Cannot find MQTT module. Oh, okay, don't panic. I installed MQTT globally in my Linux server, but n8n gives, maybe I need to install it locally to n8n's directory. But I can't remember where that is. Oh, I actually need to close this and do sudo pm2 start n8n. Oops. Start n8n. Ta-dam! So now it's running in the background. Happy as a lamb. Happy as a little lamb. So locate your n8n directory. That's probably something like this. Nope. Where do you think the n8n directory might be if installed globally on Linux? Oh, okay. So it is in node modules. And am I going blind? No, I don't see it in there. No modules user lib no modules. npm root. You can check the exact path by running npm root g. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go there. Okay, doesn't want me to do that. Using Node.js installed, find the n8n directory, cd npm root / n8n. Nope. This is probably because I changed the bloody Node version, isn't it? This is why you should export. This is why you should export, because now I'm gonna have to reinstall it probably. Is it gonna save? Oh, problem saving workflow because I didn't export it. Jesus, please work. Nope. Download. Is that okay? Oh my lord. Oh god, because I killed it. Yeah, nothing running. Okay. Start. Save the dang thing. I warned you, and then I did it myself. Because that's just the kind of muppet that I am sometimes. Look at that blank workflow. And I bet you when I import it, it's going to be blank because it didn't save. And no, I don't know. So lucky. I'm a lucky guy. Alrighty. So we can actually shut that down now, and we're going to try to install it on our current Node version. So what was it? PM uninstall. I have to reinstall the damn thing again. So yeah, we're gonna sudo PM install n8n g. It's probably gonna take a while again. While we're doing that, yeah, so we've got our HTTP request running and successful, and then the code is supposed to output the message. So yeah, I mean, this is just copy paste code, so I can put it in the, I don't know, I can't put it in the description of the YouTube video, but I'll put it somewhere. Or just ask me for it if you need it, and you can have this. But this is for Shifter. If you're using your own service like Mosquito, it would probably be something very similar. And I think ChatGPT gave me advice on doing it with Shifter as well, with Mosquito as well before. So if you compare, it's the same sort of thing. It's using an MQTT module. It's connecting to the same sort of data and same username, password, doing a request, MQTT topic. So they all sort of work the same way because they're all using the same protocol, which is MQTT. So that shouldn't really be a big deal. Oh, that's really taking its time. And what else can we look at in the meantime? I guess this is probably not working at the moment. Oh, it is. So once we've sent the MQTT, should we have some sort of response? Well, no, we should actually, yeah, the response happens immediately from n8n, so you don't need to program anything specific for what happens at the end of the workflow. Although if the MQTT request failed, how would we know? So potentially what we might want to do is actually say we want to respond when the last node finishes, or using a webhook response node. And so webhook response node, this won't work anymore because I've shut down the server, but this would be respond to webhook, and then we would say first incoming item. We would execute the other nodes, which we can't do at the moment because it's shut down. And then when we can output, it seems like it's already got in here from the code that I was given a JSON output. So it's going to hopefully give that into the next. It's yeah, there we go. So it's going to give this to the next node. We're either going to get a JSON that's error, a JSON that's result. So we could say if error, then do this. If result okay, then do this, or just send the error. I mean, you could just send the error. Let's say we wanted to have two different responses, a success and a fail response. We want them to be two different ones. Then we could use an if and say if, and then we use the value if error is If error exists, then go here. If error doesn't exist, then go here. And that would be the two true or false. Like, so if error exists, true, go here and give an error response. If error doesn't exist, then go here and give the success response, for example. We're still going. I know that you can add other conditions in here as well. And there was also another node once that I saw that had loads of different outputs. It was a switch. Yeah, you can have a switch like in JavaScript. So you can put in rules or an expression, bring in a string and say, if the string equals this, then do this. Yeah, output fallback name, value 1. There was a way to add more values. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, this one would create as many outputs as you want. So you could have, 5, 10, 15 outputs here, depending on what kind of information is passed in. So it's a really handy way to have a webhook that processes multiple different things. So you can send a request and say, with one request, the method is create, like method is the key and the value is create. And then say, if it's create, then do this. If it's update, then do this. If it's delete, then do this. And you could have one endpoint that does lots of different things, which is more secure because then that endpoint manages the security on the way in and then processes it in different ways. So it manages the security in the same way every time and then processes the request in different ways. n8n is a big thing, isn't it? I think it's just installing all like the utilities there, like Azure and whatever. It's got a lot of different modules that it has to install. I guess in the meantime, we could put a sort of not found cat thing there or something. Why not? Just because we're killing time. Can you please make me a cartoon image of a cat shrugging its shoulders? So when we get that, when it's finished generating that image, yep, we're going to put that into our project folder, just in case you didn't know how to do that. It's always a good thing to revise. So open the project folder. Oh, there's another thing we need to do. We haven't set up the correct broker URL. Haha. So there's actually something left to do. Good. We've got a cat as well. So download that. Ding. And there we need this bit needs to go here. So it does. So now we're connected to the right MQTT server. Let's just double check that that's done what it's supposed to do. Yes. Very good. So now we're actually, that would have been receiving a message on a different address because I actually had an address in there already. So here's our project folder. And I already have created myself a media folder inside there. I've created an image folder. And so I can go get my cat download amongst all the other princess pictures from my girls. They like to draw a lot. I'm going to call this simple name because parse does not like complicated names. And if you have anything to do with parse, just make the name simple. Should be in trouble. So let's set the default source as this one. Do you see that it's come up in media/images? So you can actually organize the images this way as well in the editor, which is really handy. So there's no cat GIF. That's nice. That's a bit better UX, I would say. On a UX UI perspective, we're definitely better. Okay, it's really taking a long time. And what else can we do in the meantime while we're killing time? I guess we're not going to use this anymore because it's all going to get wiped. So we're just working with an inactive shell of n8n. We could talk about, we already talked about how to make these things into HTTPS. How would you make it into a secure MQTT if this was your own MQTT server, or if you were using n8n and you needed to have HTTPS, you would use Amazon's CloudFront service to do a CDN, set up a CDN address for this public address. And then you would use their certificate manager to get yourself an SSL certificate for that, to put into that CloudFront setup that you've got. And then that would give you an HTTP address, HTTPS API endpoint that you could call into if that's a problem in your app. It doesn't like doing calls to HTTP, and that would be handy. I think this is broken. I have a funny feeling about it. It's been stuck on this for quite a while, I think. It still works. Oh yeah, it really froze. Our server went down. Welcome to the world of running your own server somewhere and it's not working anymore. So we're going to do a reboot. Reboot. Okay, it is running. Probably booting up. Yeah, still booting up. Yeah, running doesn't mean actually online. It means it's going through the Linux startup process. It's also, I mean, we took a T2 micro, and so we took a very small server with one CPU, 1 gig of RAM. So it's mini. It's less than a modern Raspberry Pi. So it's not exactly going to give us super high speeds. So it's using lots of CPU. Maybe it's still starting up. Seems to have kind of died again. Wow. Okay, my server's really messed up. Okay, stopping. Taking its sweet time. Maybe I'm just going to have to use my own n8n. So let's pretend I'm still on EC2 and everything is working perfectly. And none of that actually happened again, as it always does. You have to get used to it though, I think. It's kind of happening all the time at the moment. Alrighty then. I'm definitely not on the most recent version of n8n anyway, so. Yeah, they've changed the webhook node, because every time I import something, I don't get the webhooks anymore. And then it breaks when I open the webhook and it says it's not installed and you can't get back. Come on, let's do it. So delete this. Delete this. I'm not going to respond either. I'm just going to respond straight away because I just want to test it. Want to test it. Okay. So this is going to be to change this. And digitalbricks.io. And then we've got our topic. And we're going to send a call to test it. Oh, did we set up a post or a get? A get. Oops. Not going to make that mistake twice. Good. Topic goes in here. gets the cat GIF. Cat GIF gets returned. Info is passed in here. Execute. Can't find module MQTT because I don't have it on my server. So let's go and install it in there. I'm going to do that. Let's do it quick. Let's just see if we can do it nice and quick. Oh, crap. It would have to be secure, wouldn't it? What was it? Oh, email. Oops. Come on. Ignore my little blockchain experiments. Just for fun. That's what I do for fun. So cool. So do I have to install it locally as well? I don't remember. But let's double check just in case. Mm-hmm. Did I do that before? Not that one. Nope. Did I do? Oh yeah, 2024. There we go. We're in. All right. Did you finish DigitalOcean? Yes, you did. You beautiful, beautiful little console. So easy. I like DigitalOcean. It's just too expensive. So we can't use sudo, I don't think. So we're going to do npm install mqttg. And then I think it's like I have to install it on the root because I'm using Cloud Panel. So it's setting up kind of containers. And then, oh yeah, okay. I probably won't be allowed to do it. But I did it globally, so it's okay, I think. And I don't have a sudo password. I do have one, but it doesn't let me do sudo. Try not installing it globally, maybe. This seems a bit more promising. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. I don't know if we have to restart n8n. We'll find out. Let's save this first. Give our us. Okie dokie. So we'll do our tests run. We'll get HTTP requests, and then we'll run this Can't find MQTT. I am just not having any luck tonight. Maybe I need to do it in the n8n folder. I need to do it in there. Where's ChatGPT when you need him? Look, npm. Oh no, it's not there. Oh, n8n is there. Yeah, AWS SDK and MQTT is not there. So yeah, install MQTT. G. Nope. Come on, you can do it. Have I broken my server again? Nope. Yep. Okay. Okay, well, there we have no modules. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Don't crap out on me. I think I don't have permissions in this folder or something. Oh, it's doing something. It's doing something. Very, very slowly. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. n8n no modules, minifigure no modules. Yeah, okay. So it just does not want to let me do it. And I'm not going to start debugging it right now, so I'm afraid we're going to have to shut it down for right now. Yeah. To be continued, but we were so close, so close to getting our cat gif right here. So close. It'll happen though. I believe it. I strongly believe it. So